Hi everyone, welcome back. We're talking about adaptation round 2. So we're talking about today deadlifts and various other efforts. First, we want to have moderate weight. So something that feels moderate would be able to do the exercise with great form. And the last 2 to 3 repetitions are hard. So if you're not there, it's too easy, pick up a heavier weights. And if it's too hard, lighten the load. All right. The goal here is to start to progress. So it's not about how much you can necessarily lift right away. So 3 times 8 repetitions of deadlifts. Couple of things. A lot of people are, if you've never deadlifted before, they are worried about deadlifting. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks to keep in mind. Number 1, we don't lift with our back, we lift with our legs. So first trick to find the hip hinge is put your hands on your lower back, kind of like so, okay? Feet hip width apart, and then sending your weight back into your heels. Keep that lower back flat. Send your hips back. Good. And you're going to feel that tug in the back of your legs. And that's about as far as you're going to go. Okay. So feel the tug, squeeze right back up. Okay. Feel the tug, squeeze right back up. If you've deadlifted before, that is our deadlifting motion. The next option you can do is to grab your weights. So I'm going to use some starting with, if you've never deadlifted, start with light weights and just work on your form. If you know what you're doing, go ahead and pick up those moderately heavy weights. Okay. A couple form issues with the deadlift is squeeze those shoulders down and back. And you're, in doing so, pressing your dumbbells against your thighs as those feet are hip width apart. So squeeze, sending your weight back into your heels. You are painting your thighs with your dumbbells. Find that end range and squeeze right back up. Keeping that spine long, belly button is tight, core is engaged. Squeeze. So weight in the heels, paint your thighs, squeeze. Another one I think of is kind of shut your car door with your butt, right? Push it back and squeeze right back up. So that is the deadlift, super simple. If you have discomfort at all in the back, or you feel like it's just not working for you, then get on the ground into a glute bridge. Just a very quick reminder. You can do that with a weight or without a weight on your back. And good. Feet hip width down, both feet down, and you can push up and right back down. So we're still hitting the glutes, the hamstrings, and the core. All right, holding that weight at the hips and finishing that. Okay, exercise number 2 in this series, we're going to take it into split squat pulsing. So we did these in the last set, grabbing your weights either at your hips in this position, or if this is too heavy, well, I'll give you another option. So split squat, feet hip width apart. All right, 90-degree bend in those knees, shoulders stacked over the hips. If you don't have a light enough weight, then just use one weight with 2 hands, and then same thing. So split squat, coming down and up. Okay, nice and tall. Beautiful. And then so next, after that split squat, we go to a single leg glute bridge. On that single leg glute bridge, we can, if you are new to that, do just like I showed you on the ground, your back on the ground. It's a little bit easier, all right? If you're ready to take it up a notch with us, clear a space on a bench or a chair. I'm using the bed. And we're going to take that core, good. Arms against the bench. Okay, core is up, feet are down, full hip extension, and then keep that core engaged. As you sink your hips, bring your head with it, and then right back up. So that's 2 feet. More challenge, take 1 foot off the ground. Okay, down, head comes up, pressing up, head goes back. Okay, same thing. So we want to do 3 rounds of 8 on each leg. And then finally, we'll take it into a single leg deadlift with those light to moderate weights. Squeeze the shoulders back. And we're going to paint the thigh as sending that other leg back. So hip hinge, reaching down towards that working leg, and right back up. Keep an eye on that leg that goes back. Those toes stay pointing down. And come on, right back up. Okay. And then again, so you're reaching to that bottom heel of the working leg. Okay, so 3 times 8 repetitions for that. Then we'll come into our final round of exercises today. We're going to hit renegade rows. So we need a light weight for that. Push-ups, we already went through that. And then dead bugs, really slow and intentional. I'll show you an option. If you have wrist issues, go back and do a bent over row. So no renegade row for you. You will come back and do a bent over row. Quick reminder of that bent over row, hip hinge and row. Okay? So otherwise, renegade rows, here we go. Down to the ground and good. So having one weight available and good. Bringing yourself into a nice wide stance. Okay, and we're going to keep those hips level so they're not dancing around side to side. We're going to grab that weight and row, and then switch sides and row. Bringing that thumb towards the belly button, row, and switch sides, row. Okay, so those are renegade rows. Again, if you have wrist issues, do a standing bent over row. Second exercise is the push-up. I'll just do the standard. I went through how to do push-ups in the last video, so you can hit that one. Push-ups, all right? 3 rounds of 8. If you get too much on your toes, just take it to the knees. And then finally, our dead bugs are on the ground. We're gonna take that dead bug, all right? And I'll show you how to make it harder and how to make it a little easier. On the ground here. All right, now you're gonna keep your head on the ground. I'm having a little vertigo, so I'm keeping my head off the ground. All right, but from here, squeeze that lower back. You can't really see it, but as I squeeze, you can see my legs come a little higher. So squeeze that low back into the ground, reaching right arm, left foot, tap, back up, squeeze, nice and slow. Slow as you can go. Okay, make it harder by extending that leg straight, but do not let your lower back come off the ground. Lower back. Okay, make it easier by clicking closer. Squeeze, tap. So this is less range of motion, a lot easier. Okay, but every time you're doing a dead bug, your lower back is pushing into the ground, squeezing with that core. All right, after you finish that, you are gonna be done. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.